first 34 degrees outside right now. Meteorologist Jamie Jarosik is calling for a mess. We got a wintry mix going to be taking us into the afternoon. Possibilities of rain, freezing rain, sleet, then turning into snow. Not a whole lot of accumulation. They're looking at less than an inch. And then the temps nosedive, possible refreezing overnight. Just use caution. There's a lot to be looking out for on the road. She's going to have much more coming up with a full look at your Storm Team 2 forecast in just a couple of minutes. And speaking of roads and weather, it's the confluence of both with Live Drive 2 out on the roads to give you a glimpse of what your morning drive is all about. Taking a look at it right here. Our chief photographer, Chris Sproul's all buckled up and driving safely on those roads behind the wheel on I-75 north by downtown Dayton. As you can see through there, a lot of wet on the road. That comes with the rain as well. The concern is when it starts to get just a little bit colder. We saw from Jake Ryle just a little bit ago some ice on the side of the road in some parts of the Miami Valley. So the best tact is just to use caution out there. We'll keep our eye on Live Drive 2 as our chief photographer Chris Sproul's makes his way throughout the Miami Valley this morning. Millions of people across France and across the West stand in unity after the terror attacks in Paris. Meanwhile, Andrew Spencer reports investigators are looking into the links between the attacks.
With an ISIS flag in the background, this video appears to show terror suspect Mehdi Koulibaly pledging his allegiance to ISIS and calling himself a soldier of the caliphate. U.S. intelligence officials said Sunday they were trying to determine the authenticity of this video. Police say Koulibaly killed 4 hostages at a kosher market in Paris on Friday. He died in the raid to free the other hostages. A friend of Vanessa Codron was one of the survivors.
When he get in the shop, he killed 4 people. And we didn't know who was killed. We have to wait a long time to be sure that she was safe.
According to France's RTL radio, police found Koulibaly's hideaway, an apartment rented for a week outside of Paris, which reportedly contained automatic weapons, detonators, and ISIS flags. Authorities wonder if Ayed Boumediene, the 4th suspect in the terror attacks on Paris, and Koulibaly's girlfriend may have stayed at that apartment. She's believed to have fled the country and entered Turkey, possibly on the way to Syria. Over the weekend and across the West, anti-terrorism marches showed support for the people of France. As many as 3.7 million of whom attended unity rallies throughout France on Sunday, including Christians, Jews, and Muslims.
Jews and Muslims shouldn't be enemies, and they refuse to be enemies.
Islam is peace, Islam is fraternity, but not terrorism and war.
To fight against the terror is very easy. We have just to be together.
Let's look at the weather. Meteorologist Jamie Jarosik joins us now. We're all over the place with all kinds of possibilities this morning. One thing that we know for sure, got to be careful on the roads.
You definitely do. Yeah, it was a very tough forecast because we've had some warmer air move in, and we pretty much have every precipitation type in the Miami Valley today. We've seen some icing.
52-card pickup, just throw them on the ground.
Right. We've seen some icing overnight, and then some warming occurred. So actually, as that happened, some of that ice accumulation has melted. New rain is falling, and the surface temperatures are still cold in spots. So slick conditions are going to be possible, especially across those northern counties where we still do have a mix of precipitation, rain, freezing rain, or sleet, possibly in these locations. Logan County back into northern Dark and Mercer counties, and then even a little bit of snow where you see the blue shadings off to the far north. Now that colder air will eventually win out throughout the Miami Valley, and we'll see everyone see that transition to snow. But where it happens first, here across the north, is where we're likely to see a little bit more in the way of accumulation, but overall it does look to be light. But our winter weather advisory highlights the fact that just even this light precipitation is going to make for some travel problems out there. A wider view shows the nature of the storm system as it's worked over the area. We've had some steadier precip overnight. Now it's become a little bit more scattered, and that'll be the case through the rest of this morning. It's 34 degrees right now, so we're above freezing in Dayton, but by lunchtime, we expect to be right around that freezing mark, a mix of precipitation, and eventually we'll change over to all snow showers for the late morning and early afternoon hours. But again, that just light accumulation. Heading into the evening, we're going to see those temperatures drop quickly into the 20s, 27 for the drive home at 5. And even though it might not be raining or snowing then, there are going to still be the potential for those slick spots out there. It's 34, still looking at a southwest wind at 7, so ahead of our storm system. We've seen that push of warm air, that bit of a warm up. So far, we've got about a quarter of an inch of liquid precipitation. And our area temperatures, see, notice it's up near Bell Fountain, 32 degrees. And then we've got 33 in Greenville, Piqua, Urbana. Everyone's hovering close to freezing. Xenia is 33. Wilmington is 33 as well. A wide view shows our cold front just off to the west, and ahead of it again we've got that push of a southerly flow and a bit of a bump in those temperatures. Cincinnati's 36, but Fort Wayne and Indy both at 31 degrees, and behind the front it is a lot colder. High pressure is building into the north central part of the country. We've got some single digits, some sub-zero readings. That moves in tonight, so whatever liquid's left on the ground will refreeze tonight. Here's feature track showing mainly liquid precipitation falling through mid-morning. We see that change over to snow through lunchtime. Some scattered light snow showers through the afternoon, kind of winding down as we head towards mid-afternoon. And then overnight, skies clear out. Temperatures drop down near 10 degrees through tomorrow morning. And even though we'll see a lot of sunshine tomorrow, it's going to be a cold day with highs in the teens. So morning highs near freezing, falling temperatures, rain, freezing rain, sleet will transition over to snow around Dayton. Less than an inch of snow accumulation, maybe an inch or two across the far north. Tonight we hit 10. Watch for a refreeze. It'll be breezy and very cold, and then a breezy cold Tuesday with a high of 19. At least we'll see a lot of sunshine. Your Storm Team 2 7-day forecast, still cold on Wednesday with a single-digit morning temperatures and a high of 22, but then gradual warming through the end of the week. We could be close to 40 by Sunday. You can check your